Welcome back for the course Fluid Mechanics. So today we'll see the practical application of Bernoulli's equation. So from module 3. So the practical application, as I have already told while discussing about the syllabus. So here we have three practical application of Bernoulli's equation. One is Venturi meter, orifice meter and pitot tube. So first we'll see the first application, that is Venturi meter. So what is Venturi meter? So Venturi meter is a device which is used for measuring the rate of flow of the fluid. So or to measure, it is a device used to measure the discharge of a flowing fluid. So here we have three parts of the Venturi meter. So it is a device used for measuring a rate of flow of flowing fluid. So we have three parts of this Venturi meter. One is converging part, second one is throat, and the third is diverging part. So here you can see the figure, so how it actually looks. So this is a converging part, and this is a diverging part, and this is a throat. So these are the three parts of the Venturi meter, and this section is the inlet and this is the outlet. So here, so what we have done, now we have to derive the discharge equation. So basically the Venturi meter is a device used for measuring the discharge or the rate of flow of a flowing fluid. So we have to obtain or derive the equation for this Venturi meter. So for that, as it is already told, it is an application of Bernoulli's equation. So we are going to apply that Bernoulli's equation to get the discharge equation. So for that, what we have done, we have a Venturi meter. We have considered a Venturi meter, and here, so it is an horizontal Venturi meter. You can see, so it is an horizontal Venturi meter. So or a Venturi meter is fitted in a horizontal pipe. So where the fluid is flowing inside this Venturi meter. So here, so we have installed a two piezometers. So at the inlet and at the throat section. So here, so consider these are the two piezometers. And so let us consider D1 is the diameter and here we'll consider this inlet section so as the section 1 and throat as the section 2. Okay, so to apply the Bernoulli's equation, we have to consider the two sections. So inlet is considered as a section 1 and throat is considered as a section 2. So at section 1 and section 2 we have installed two piezometers, so to measure the pressure head. So from, as you see here, there is a converging part, and again, so let us consider D is the diameter at section 1 and D2 is the diameter at section 2 or at throat. So and P1 is the pressure at section 1 and P2 is the pressure at section 2. So next V1, V2. So V1 and V2 are the velocities at section 1 and 2. So now what we have to do? So we have to apply Bernoulli's equation between section 1 and 2. So now we have to apply the Bernoulli's equation. So we already know the Bernoulli's equation. So if you apply the Bernoulli's equation at section 1 and section 2, so which we have considered inlet as a section 1 and throat as a section 2. So P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. So here, so we have considered this as an horizontal venturimeter. So we have considered a horizontal venturimeter. So as it is an horizontal venturimeter, so Z1 will be equal to Z2 because so it is an horizontal venturimeter. So we know P1 by rho g, P2 by rho g are the pressure heads at section 1 and section 2, and V1 square by 2g, V2 square by 2g are the velocity heads at section 1 and section 2, and Z1, Z2 are the datum heads at section 1 and section 2. So here you can see the venturimeter is a horizontal venturimeter which is fitted inside the pipe, so you won't get any datum heads. So Z1 will be equal to Z2. So now the equation will be P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g. So now we'll send this P1 to the one side and V1 velocity heads to the one side and pressure heads to the one side. So if you send P1 by rho g or P2 by rho g to the left hand side, so P1 by rho g, so minus P2 by rho g is equal to, so you send this to the right hand side, V1 square by 2g to the right hand side, so V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. So here you can rearrange the equation, P1 minus P2 by rho g is equal to V2 square by minus V1 square by 2g. So what is this P1 minus P2 by rho g? Okay, so in the figure you can see here, see P1 minus P2. So that is the pressure head, the difference in pressure head. So the difference in pressure head between section 1 and section 2. So the pressure head difference between section 1 and section 2 is denoted by the pressure head, that is H. So because you know the hydrostatic law, that is P is equal to W into H. So that is hydrostatic law. So P is equal to, it can also be, this is a specific weight. So this can be written as P by rho G. So P by rho G is equal to H. So P1 minus P2 by rho G is the difference in pressure head. So here we have a, so piezometer, you can see here the difference in the pressure head is H. So H is equal to V2 square minus V1 square by 2G. So now, so what we have to do, so we know the continuity equation. So we know continuity equation, general continuity equation, A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. So now, so V1 we have to represent in terms of V1. So from this, V1 is equal to A2 V2 divided by A1. So you just substitute this V1 in this equation. So you will get, so H is equal to V2 square minus V1 square, that is A2 V2 divided by A1 whole square divided by 2G. So you just simplify this. So it is V2 square minus A2 square V2 square divided by A1 square divided by 2G. So it will be, so V2 square into A2 square minus, sorry, A1 square. So A2 square V2 square divided by A1 square whole divided by 2G. So we have to just simplify the equations. We have to go on simplify the equation. So now we have to, you send this 2G to the right hand side, it will be 2GH. So here you can take V2 outside. So V2 square will be equal to A1 square minus A2 square. So whole divided by A1 square. So we have to get the equation for V2. So V2 will be equal to what? So V2 square will be equal to 2GH A1 square divided by A2 square, sorry, A1 square minus A2 square. So V2 will be equal to square root of 2GH A1 square divided by A1 square minus A2 square. So you can take this A1 square outside. So V2 will be equal to A1 square root of 2GH divided by square root of A1 square minus A2 square. So now we know the discharge equation. Q is equal to A1 V1 or A2 V2. So now we have the value of V2. So Q is equal to A2 into V2. So V2 is this A1 into root 2GH divided by square root of A1 square minus A2 square. You just substitute this here. So it will be A1 root 2GH divided by square root of A1 square minus A2 square. So the equation for discharge is Q is equal to A1 A2 root 2GH divided by square root of A1 square minus A2 square. So which is a theoretical discharge. Okay. So to get the actual discharge, so the actual discharge equation is, so CD into Q theoretical. So Q actual will be equal to what? CD into Q theoretical. You just substitute this equation here. So it will be CD into root 2GH into A1 A2 divided by square root of A1 square minus A2 square. So this is an equation for discharge through a venturi meter. So that is Q actual is equal to CD into root 2GH into A1 A2 divided by square root of A1 square minus A2 square. So we'll stop it here and we'll just continue in the next class. Thank you.